Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Their Excellencies, the Right Honourable Dame Patsy, Governor-General of New Zealand, and Sir David Gascoigne.
Kei ngā mana, kei ngā reo, raurangatira mā, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia kotahi mai ki te ao nei. Kia kotahi mai ki te whenua nei. Kia kotahi mai ki te wai o Waitemata. Kia kotahi mai ki te hauora. Kia kotahi mai ko tātou katoa i rungi te reo karanga a tō tātou kāwana tianara. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
I ngā mana, i ngā reo, i ngā iwi o ngā hoe whā. Tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Nau mai haere mai rā ki te whare kāwana. Kia ora tātou katoa. I specifically acknowledge our kuia, Dr. Hiria Hape, our kaumātua, Mr. Joe Harawera, tēnā kōrua. And I offer a very special welcome to today's Investiture recipients. It's a great pleasure to host this Investiture ceremony and bring together 6 honour recipients, along with their family and friends, to recognise the contributions they've made to our country. As Governor-General, I have the authority and the privilege, on behalf of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of New Zealand, to hold an investiture for her and to confer the honours to which each recipient is entitled. An investiture ceremony is one of the most important duties I undertake as Governor-General, so it's a very real pleasure to resume these ceremonies after the disruptions we've had earlier in the year. On these occasions, it's my privilege to bring together individuals who've made an exceptional contribution in their respective fields of endeavour. Some of you have a national public profile, others are really well known in your own communities. But what you have in common is that the positive impact that you've had on the economic, environmental, social or cultural well-being of our nation. This will be a memorable day for you and for your family and friends who've come here to celebrate with you. Ladies and gentlemen, as each recipient comes forward, I invite you all to join me in thanking and congratulating them for their service to our country. Mr. Ward-Kamo will now read a citation for each recipient and invite them to come forward to receive their insignia.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. John Barnett of Auckland, for services to film and television. John Barnett has produced some of New Zealand's most popular films, including Whale Rider and Sione's Wedding, through his company Endeavour Ventures. He owned and ran South Pacific Pictures, New Zealand's largest television and film production company, for 23 years, overseeing production of television shows including Shortland Street and Outrageous Fortune, and championing projects that spoke of New Zealand's Māori, Pacific and Asian population. He established the Sundance Channel, now Rialto, New Zealand's first art house film channel. He served on the board of the New Zealand Film Commission and was a member of the New Zealand Screen Council and the Auckland Museum Foundation. Mr. Barnett is a trustee of the New Zealand Film Heritage Trust, the Auckland Hospital Charitable Trust, Auckland Health Foundation, and Te Urangi o Ngāti Kuri. John Barnett, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. Anne Bardsley of Auckland, for services to science and the state. Dr. Anne Bardsley worked as a senior analyst for the Office of the Prime Minister's Chief Science Advisor, undertaking research that led to the Chief Science Advisor's methamphetamine report. She was the primary author on reports regarding the safety of water fluoridation and on asbestos contamination after the Christchurch earthquake, and was the principal researcher and author of the Conservation and Environmental Science Roadmap. Dr. Bardsley has been a key player in establishing the reputation and relevance of the science advisory system in New Zealand. She served on the Committee for Science Advice in Emergencies for the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development from 2016 to 2018, and is currently an advisor for the International Network for Government Science Advice. She played a significant role in developing the New Zealand Risk Register and recently chaired the Ministry for the Environment's panel on National Climate Change Risk Assessment Framework. Dr. Bardsley is Deputy Director of Oitu, the Centre for Informed Future at the University of Auckland. Dr. Bardsley, please come forward. Mrs. Jennifer Khan-Janif of Auckland for services to refugee and migrant communities. Jennifer Khan-Janif co-founded the Umar Trust, which provides social services and support for refugee and migrant communities in Auckland. She has served on the boards of Umar Trust, Shakti Community Council and Fiji Women's Group, and is currently on the advisory group for the University of Auckland's Centre for Research for Asian and Ethnic Minorities. She was elected to the board of the African New Zealand Business Council. She has presented several academic papers at conferences and has had poetry and stories published. She is a senior advisor for the Ministry of Social Development's Etu Whānau program. Mrs. Khan-Janif was previously project manager for the Settling In program. Jennifer Khan-Janef, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Jaylene Ball of Auckland for services to Māori and the community. Jaylene Ball is Senior Management for 3 community houses in Manurewa. She sits on Finlayson Park School and James Cook High School boards of trustees. She has supported the ASB Polyfest Secondary School Cultural Festival, Rangatahi Netball tournaments, the Clendon Community Support Group, several early childhood education centres, Manurewa Marae, and Marlin's Women's Rugby League team. She manages an outreach food bank for Auckland City Mission. She organised the 2018 Tāmaki Kura Tūtahi Kapahaka competition. She helped organise the Manurewa Enhancement Initiative. Mrs. Ball has guided and supported Te Awa Ora Trust, which provides counselling and social services. Jaylene Ball, please come forward. Mrs. Shirley Frew of Matamata for services to textile crafts and the community. Shirley Frew established the Matamata Patchwork Quilting Group and was its inaugural president. She taught at Matamata College for 39 years, where she was the wardrobe mistress in every school production. She facilitated her students to compete in the National Field Days Ag Artwear competition. She has taught a patching and quilting night class at Matamata College for more than 30 years. She has volunteered as a member of Rotary in a Wheel, has crafted breast cancer cushions, and delivers Meals on Wheels. She volunteers for the Poland Hospital and is a committee member of the Matamata Society of Arts. Shirley Frew, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture is concluded.
Our honours system is our nation's highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces values and behaviours that sustain our communities and help our nation thrive and prosper. And these include service, courage, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of knowledge and excellence. By using their talents to make ours a better society, whether by service to their communities or by their leadership in diverse fields of endeavour, or their commitment to excellence in their own field of expertise, our recipients have set a fine example. To the recipients, it's been a privilege to hear your stories today. You've demonstrated determination, commitment and compassion in your daily lives. In your own way, each of you has helped to make Aotearoa New Zealand a better place to live. In some cases, your influence and the positive impact of your work has extended beyond our shores. Your actions and the stories we've heard reflect the spirit of the words of another great New Zealander, Sir Paul Callaghan, when he said, "What greater sense of fulfilment can there be but to make a difference to the community in which you live?" It's hard to make a difference in New York. Here, everything you contribute makes a visible difference. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I thank you for helping to make Aotearoa New Zealand a better place for all of us, whether by dedicating your lives to the public good, achieving distinction in your chosen field, or inspiring others with your leadership. Please wear your insignia with pride, knowing that your contributions are recognised and valued, and others are inspired by your example. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings almost to a close the formal part of today's ceremony. But before we break for refreshments, may I ask you to stand and we'll sing our national anthem.